Say hello everybody. Look this way. Say hello. Who's that? Who's that? That's all the petal flowers. First of all, I would just like to say, guys, thank you very much for all your lovely comments and birthday wishes to Macy. The reason I was putting a wee video up for her, not only because she's my granddaughter, but she was born at 9 weeks premature and she was about that size, and it was touch and go for over a year. We almost lost her a few times, but I'm glad to say now that she is big, bad and bold. She still has the odd wee problem or two due to the oxygen that she was on when she was tiny. So I'm going to be copying and pasting all your beautiful comments, lovely comments, and sending them to her mum and she can read them out. So here we go. Muddy Boots. Hi Nigel. Yes, it's been a wee while since I've done an update. My get up and go got up and gone for a good while there. But I have been working away in the garden, I have been seed sowing, etc, etc. And I'll give you a wee quick look about today, just a wee quick update today, and then hopefully we're going to get rain today. And then hopefully in a couple of days I'll do a longer video, and I want to show you my wee she shed, Chez Clarice. But when I was out today shopping, I'll have to have a wee look and see if we have the sunflower challenge this year, which I'm sure Nick will be doing. And the seeds that you sent me, Nick, last year due to the competition thing, I managed to plant out some. I think they were giant, some sort of giant. I've got it written down somewhere. But the other packet, as well as Papa Rab's chilies, Aztec chili seeds, Hannibal ate them, because his head now is at the same level as the dining table in the living room, and I got up one morning and the bags were lying empty. So I went out today and I have got this type of sunflower. Oh, I've got another type of sunflower. I must have left them in the house. Anyway, I've got a red heart with... No, I've got a black heart with red leaves in the house, and I got this packet as well. So I'll have a wee look, and if Nick is doing the sunflower challenge, obviously I shall be joining in, and I will do my usual and plant out some sunflower seeds that I buy for the birds. What else did I get today? I got some Impatiens, some more Lobelia, and I have got Lampion Var and Pteranum. I'm sure I've got these in the garden. It's a dwarf variety, but I picked these up today because I didn't have lemon in the ones that I had last year, so I'll give these a bash as well. And I also got some long carrot shaped radish, so we'll give that a wee go. So that's what I got today, guys. So without further ado, I think I'll give you a wee look about and see what has been going on. Let's go. This here is a sweet pepper, and I managed to pick this up in Lidl's for €3 this morning, and I've tasted them and they're absolutely delicious. Over here, this is just flowers that have been overwintered. This is a Sarpomira from my potato seeds. As you can see, I've got lots and lots of things growing away in here, coming on well, but I'll do another video on them in a few days. This is a kumquat plant that my son Daniel had bought me for Mother's Day, as well as an aloe vera plant, which is absolutely gorgeous. Totally inedible. You can eat the skins because they taste like sweeties, but the fruit itself is absolutely sour as goodness knows what. But what I have been doing is slicing them and putting them out for the butterflies. Acer coming on, still got our tulips, etc. But they're coming to the end now. And here we have some lettuce, and that's going to get picked today before it bolts. This here is our okie dokie. This raised bed here, I put 120 litres of horse manure in there yesterday and raked it over. That's for our pumpkins and squashes. Right, this bit here, if you watch my channel, will know that's where my Rottweiler Naya has been laid to rest. And I started filling it up with bulbs, etc, etc. That's a conference pear tree. and that's a Clap's favourite pear tree. And I decided last year, with the help of hubby, to cut them and have them grown as espaliers. And I think this year, we've not had fruit as yet, but I think this year, if it's only the one, it's definitely a pear that has been pollinated. So I'm quite happy with the way that Naya's bed is turning out. The Pepsi is laid to rest over in that wee plot there that last year I was growing the sweet corn in. And we've got dill over there, and we have chives and rhubarb, and our wee plot is going to end up like Naya's at some point. It's going to take a year or two until it all kicks off, but that's full of wildflowers at the minute and fenced off, hopefully, to keep Hannibal out. I have to get some extra canes or go into the woods and collect some sticks, as I haven't got enough, and I have absolutely no idea where they went because I usually have hundreds of them. We've got the odd marigold, geraniums and calendula that's popped up down here. I've got a row of radish along there and the odd sprinkling of lettuce in between. I have put some French green beans, one there and one there on the opposite side of each cane, and on this side and that side of each cane I will put the ones that's in the plastic greenhouse that's in plug plants. Down here is overwintered cuttings that I'd taken off the red gooseberry bush, and as you can see they're coming up. Let me have a wee look down here. I think this bit here I'm going to be using for tomatoes. Oh, nearly fell. That's going to be tomatoes, I think, along here, and down here possibly we've got a mixture of flowers and rhubarb, but I think down there I'm going to have some courgettes, and they can run and trail wherever they want to go. I redone my old wheelbarrow that's usually got strawberries in it. I've dug it over, refilled it with compost and small stones for drainage, and I have filled it up again with extra strawberries. I think there's about 30 strawberry plants. Down here into one flower bed which is coming on great this year. I think this is going to be the fullest it's been. And there's a mixture of all sorts in there, but because this gets absolutely red hot, I have put some thyme down there. I bought these as plug plants. We have some sage and beautiful lemon thyme, which is gorgeous. The dog loves that. Have a wee look at this, guys. If anybody wants to make sure the butterflies and the bees, etc., are getting their quota of water, then quite simply, I think that was only about €4. So I decided to make a wee water station for the bees and the butterflies, and in here we have equal parts water to sugar, so it's 1:1 that's in there, and we've already had bees, butterflies and little wasps. Put the stones round the side so that they can stand on and they don't drown. I thought it would brighten it up a wee bit by putting little drawings round the sides, as you can see. So if you're wanting to help and look after the bees and butterflies, then I suggest this is a great alternative to putting little dishes out with pebbles. As you can see, we've got a little bee feeding on it already. So there you go. Just proves that it works. And that's just a wee update, as I said, guys. So until the next video, from me, Hannibal and the chickens, au revoir, toodle pip, and bye.